Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new video. So with mobile coming out very recently, a lot of players are in the free-to-play game mode. So I thought it'd be very useful to show new players how to earn yourself a bond just by playing the free-to-play game mode. Now I do understand you can get 1 week of membership, but that's probably not going to be around forever. If you are a very new player, you're just messing around in the free-to-play game mode, but you are interested in getting membership, this video is going to be extremely useful for you. I'm going to be bringing a brand new account all the way from level 3 to getting enough money for a bond, and then maybe we'll even go into membership a little bit as well. So we have a brand new account here. We're just going to go through Tutorial Island and then we will get started. So hope you enjoy and let's get started. Okay, so we finished up the tutorial. So the first thing we are going to do is run all the way to Varrock and go to the Grand Exchange. So from where you spawn in Lumbridge, you're going to want to run over the bridge and then north all the way up to the city of Varrock. In Varrock is the Grand Exchange. That is where we're going to be trading all of our items. So any valuable resources we get, we're going to sell on the Grand Exchange, as well as we need to buy a few tools and materials to begin with. So the first thing I have bought on the Grand Exchange is an iron axe. We have no money right now, so what we're going to do is actually cut some regular logs. This is a very simple method to make some early game money. The logs are worth about 40 or 50 each, and the iron axe will only cost you about 20 GP, which you should already have in your bank just from completing the tutorial. So right at the Grand Exchange, there are trees just circling the entire place. So I would just run to those trees and just start chopping them down. You only get 1 log per tree, so we have to hop between a bunch of different logs. But we're going to do this all the way till level 15 woodcutting. Okay, so we just hit level 15 woodcutting, chopping these regular trees. So now we can chop oak logs, which are more valuable, as well as you can cut more per tree. You can get sometimes 10 or 20 just from one tree, so it's a lot more AFK. So we have about 81 logs, which we're going to go ahead and sell right now. And along the way, we've upgraded our axe. So at levels 11, 21, 31, and 41, you can upgrade your axe. So we have a steel axe right now. At level 21, we'll have to come back and buy a mithril axe. And at level 31, we'll have to get an adamant axe. And at level 41, we will have to get a rune axe. Getting the axe upgrades will help increase the speed which you chop the logs at. So they're very important. So right now, we're just going to buy the mithril axe for maybe about 500 GP each. So now we're going to go ahead and chop oak logs. Alright, so we went ahead and walked all the way to Draenor Village. Now there's 2 ways to get here. You can use your home teleport back to Lumbridge. Your home teleport can be used every 30 minutes and will just be available in your spellbook. It takes about 30 seconds and you'll go back to Lumbridge. Or you can walk all the way here from Varrock and it'll take a few minutes. So just east of the Varrock bank are a couple of oak trees. There's one really close to the bank, but there's usually somebody there. But there are quite a few other trees just around the area. So you should be able to find one and just start chopping the oak trees. You'll start going up woodcutting levels very quickly. So it's actually just good woodcutting training overall. But each oak log should be worth somewhere between 60 and 70 GP. Alright, so we're up to level 21 woodcutting already. So we're going to upgrade to our mithril axe. We already bought that on the Grand Exchange. So this should help increase our chopping speed even further. We've chopped about only 53 oak logs so far. We're up to 70. So we're going to continue on probably all the way till 31 and then to 41. And then we might move on to something else. One thing I forgot to mention at the beginning is I'm going to be doing this all on mobile. Well, I might play a little bit on my PC, but all the footage will be from my phone. But if you're playing on PC, it's the exact same. Alright, so we ended up going all the way to 31 woodcutting. So we need to go upgrade our axe. Now, one tip here is in Draenor, just west of the bank, there's a guy called Diango. What you want to do is actually buy the Chronicle. And if you buy a couple of the teleport cards right beside it, you can teleport pretty much right to Varrock. Each teleport card will cost you about 150 GP. So they're a little expensive, but they're going to save you a ton of time. So if you buy the teleport cards and the Chronicle and use them together, you can just go ahead and teleport. And it's going to bring you to the Champions Guild pretty much, which if you look on your map is just right near Varrock. So it's super useful. So we went ahead and bought an adamant axe and we're chopping it all the way to 41, which we should be hitting right now. There we go, 41 woodcutting. So whenever we want, we can upgrade to the Runite axe, which is the best axe in free-to-play. But now I think we've done enough woodcutting. We're going to move on to something else. I think we're going to go ahead and do mining. So we need to go back to the Grand Exchange one more time and go ahead and buy a new pickaxe. So one other tip here is if you go ahead and complete Doric's quest, if you go look up Doric's quest, the wiki will actually give you a very quick tutorial on how to do it. But basically all you need is 4 copper, 6 clay, and 2 iron. And you just go to Doric's Anvil, which is just a little bit north of Falador. I'll put a map on screen, but it's just a very easy quest to complete. It takes like 2 minutes. You talk to him and he'll sass you a little bit, and then you will get all the way to level 10 mining from level 1. So it's very useful. And there we go. There is level 10 mining. So that will speed up the initial process of getting mining levels by quite a bit. So after getting level 10 mining, I went ahead and bought a steel pickaxe off of the Grand Exchange. And just south of the Varrock Bank is a pretty reasonable mining spot. And we just went ahead and started mining tin ore, or even clay if you wanted to. We got all the way to level 15 mining very quickly. So with level 15 mining, you can mine iron, and this is going to be the best thing to mine forever, pretty much. It's going to be the best for experience, and it will be the best for money. Iron being worth about 150 GP each makes it quite a viable way of making money in free-to-play. However, it's pretty packed at this mining site, so we're going to go ahead and go to a different place. So just a bit west of Port Sarim is the Remington mining spot. Now, this place is good because it is a little bit less crowded than the Varrock spot, and there actually is a deposit box in Port Sarim, so you don't even have to run that far. So ideally, you will find a place with 2 iron rocks, but it can get packed even here, so 1 might have to do. So each one of mining is worth 150 GP, and we're going to go ahead and get a ton of mining experience very quickly. So we're down to just 1 iron rock right now, but most of these people are bots anyway, so you can kind of just steal their rocks. We're up to level 21 mining, so we need to go get a mithril pickaxe. Now on top of the iron ore, you will sometimes get, you can see I got an uncut sapphire, which is worth about 1k each, which is a price check on the inventory, and it's worth about 4.4k, so the ores are quite valuable. Once you get into the town, you're going to go on to the pier, and this first pier here has the actual safe deposit box, which will be just in front of a ship. Now, deposit boxes allow you to deposit items, but you cannot withdraw items, so make sure you don't deposit your pickaxe, or you'll have to go to an actual bank to withdraw it. So we're going to go ahead and deposit all the resources, and that is it. Pretty simple. Okay, so we did quite a bit of mining, but we're taking a break to do one more quest. Now in Lumbridge, you can complete the quest Cook's Assistant, which is again a very easy quest. It gives you a little bit of cooking experience, so it'll get you a few cooking levels. But the main reason we are doing this is because on brand new accounts, there's actually a limit in place that stops you from selling your items on the Grand Exchange, or at least certain items. So to counteract that, you need to get at least 7 quest points, or you can get 24 hours of game time, but that takes a long time, so we're going to go ahead and get these 7 quest points. So we've done 2 quests so far, which has brought us up to 2 quest points. And the last quest we need to do is Goblin Diplomacy. This one alone gives you 5 quest points. I'll be leaving links to the quest guides in the description, but for this quest, all you need is 3 goblin males, a blue dye, a red dye, and a yellow dye. All of that can be bought right on the Grand Exchange, and it only cost me about 500 or 600 GP for all of the quest items. So now we can go ahead and sell all of our items whenever we need to, because we now have 7 quest points. Alright, so now that we have 7 quest points, we can actually sell our resources on the Grand Exchange. We have 1,000 oak logs, 237 iron ore, 47 tin, and 54 clay. So altogether, this should get us about 100k. The oak logs we'll have to sell for a little bit less, which is unfortunate because we have 1,000 of them. So once we get all our money, we're going to invest in some runes to train our magic level up. Now the way I like to do this is actually by killing imps. Imps have an uncommon drop of different colored beads, which are worth about 2k each, so they're quite valuable. So what I've gone ahead and done is I went and bought a bunch of runes from the Grand Exchange. You're going to need mostly air runes and mind runes. However, you will want a few earth runes and water runes as well. So where I am killing the imps is on Karamja. At the west end of the island, there's a giant volcano here. Now to get to Karamja, you need to go to Port Sarim and take the boat here for 30 GP, and then you're going to run all the way to the west. On the volcano, there are a ton of imps for whatever reason. So I'm just going to be killing these imps all the way up to 13 magic. At level 5, I'm going to get Water Strike. At level 9, I'm going to unlock Earth Strike. And finally, at level 13, you're going to get Fire Strike, which is what you're going to be using all the time in the future. Okay, so that last imp got us all the way to 13 magic, so now we can cast Fire Strike, which is going to be the most economical and easy spell to use for magic experience and for killing these imps. Fire Strike has a max hit of 8, and the imps only have 8 HP, so it's pretty effective just to use Fire Strike. And you can see just getting to level 13, I got about 20,000 GP in loot just from all of those beads. So our next goal here is going to be 33 magic, and we're going to get that all through using Fire Strike. Hopefully we'll get it just from killing these imps. Okay, so we just finished up a full inventory of the beads, and I just want to price check it for you guys. So they're on average worth about 2k each. However, some of them are worth about 2.8k, and some of them are worth about 1.6k or something like that. So the entire inventory is worth about 40,000 GP, and that only took me about 20 or 25 minutes or something like that. So we're going to deposit our items, and we're going to cast the rest of the Fire Strikes that I already bought. and that should hopefully get us to 33 magic, or at least pretty close. Okay, so we finished casting all of the fire strike spells on the imps. We got a ton of different beads, but we didn't quite get to 33 magic. We're only at level 31 right now. So we're going to go back to the Grand Exchange, and we're going to sell off all of the beads, and then we're going to go buy a few more runes to get to level 33 magic. Now the reason we need that magic level is for another money making method that involves casting the telekinetic grab spell. And what we're going to be doing is tele-grabbing Wines of Zamorak, which is a very common and profitable method in free-to-play. So we ended up getting 9 red beads, 10 yellow beads, 11 white beads, and 17 black beads, which will be worth, again, about 2k each. So we will hopefully get about 75 or 80k just from the beads. So we were very close to getting to level 33 magic, so we just went ahead and killed some goblins. But if you are a little bit further away, you can go back to imps and get more money and more magic experience, or you could kill hill giants in the Edgeville dungeon. It's up to you. So we've gone ahead to the monastery in the wilderness. I will leave a map on screen to show you how to get here. It's very deep in the wilderness. Now to cast telekinetic grab, you're going to need 1 law rune per cast. So when you're going into the wilderness, you want to bring about 26 or 27 law runes. You will want to bring a teleport to Varrock, as well as a bit of food. Now what I'm doing is hopping between 2 or 3 of the exact same world, so I'm just going back and forth. Now I find this less risky because you know that nobody was there last time, where some people just camp in worlds and wait for people to hop into that world to try to kill you. Because this is a dangerous method, anyone can kill you in the wilderness. However, with a bit of food, it's very easy to get away from PKers, because in free-to-play, there's a very limited amount of damage that you can do to people. I had 20 HP, and I did not end up dying at all doing this. As long as you're paying attention and you are hopping just between 2 or maybe 3 worlds, you should be relatively safe. Plus, you are not risking a ton of money anyway, probably only like 6 or 7k in total. And for an inventory of wines, you're looking at about 40 or 50k. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and done this for about 2 hours. It could have taken me maybe an hour and a half if I were doing it a bit quicker, but we ended up getting, well, more than 200 Wines of Zamorak. We're up to level 36 magic already. So we had 209 Wines of Zamorak in the bank, so we're going to go ahead and deposit the inventory and withdraw it, and we're at 236 Wines of Zamorak, which is going to be worth quite a lot. If we go ahead and sell it on the Grand Exchange, we can sell it for about 450k, which is going to bring our cash stack to over 500k, up to 544k, which is pretty good for this first part of the series. That's a good amount of money to work with, and that money will unlock other methods that we can do in the next episode. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you're looking for another way to support the channel, there will be a link in the description to my Patreon. I've been posting there a lot more recently with any money making methods I think of, discussions, and I have posted my flipping logs and stuff like that. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.